Okay, so here we go with part two of Welcome to Lost and Found. I am Gail Washington, and you heard Frankie earlier, and then you heard me, and then you heard Frankie, and then we both went off because we don't know what the heck we're doing, but we're having fun while we figure it out. And basically, Frankie just went over some really good points on being an entrepreneur. I wanted to follow up because I am literally sitting in the parking lot having left a job fair. And what you need to know as an entrepreneur when you are still looking for a traditional job, those conventional jobs where you go to an office, you punch a clock or whatever, is if you are not working for someone, you are working for yourself. You are an entrepreneur. If you have been with an organization 10 plus years and they let you go, they've downsized you, you have content in your head that makes you a subject matter expert. Therefore, you can start marketing yourself as a consultant. I've had, and we've mentioned in earlier discussions, I've had businesses since high school. I used to sell brownies, I sold clothes, I used to make shirts and shorts, my own clothes, when I was in high school. So there were a few people who liked what I made and approached me to do that. So fast forward all these years later, it is not shocking that I would start an online apparel company. E-commerce, Oneness Vibe, numeral 1, NESS Vibe.com. So while I am out seeking a traditional job, I am still marketing myself independently. There is a way you do that so that it is respectful and you're not being pushy. One of the organizations that's hiring at the job fair I'm at, did I sell weed? You're supposed to be at an appointment right now, so I need you to go to wherever it is you are headed to. No, I didn't sell no weed. I sold brownies. I did sell brownies, and no, there was not weed in my brownies. I was in a 10th grade, weirdo. Anyway, there is a respectful way to market yourself as an entrepreneur or a consultant when you're at a job fair. I was talking to one of the people that are here that are trying to hire, and my background is communications, marketing, PR, mass media. So in talking to the individuals, the majority of people do not have those mid-management positions available. But she had an entry-level position for a content writer in her department. And as we're talking, she's like, the salary you're talking about, we cannot do that. And I said, well, I'm also a consultant and I would be willing to come in as a freelancer. So right there, I have not overstepped. I have fulfilled a need, or at least an interest, with that organization, getting them to know what my skill set is. She took my resume, she gave me her card, and she wants me to talk to her general manager. So right there, if you have not just telling people you're a consultant, have a viable source that you can refer them to. I am on Clarity, CLARITY, which is a portal for people that do consulting. You are allowed to market yourself. If you are an entrepreneur, marketing is what you spend the majority of your money on. Use the social media platforms that are out there, and they're easier to use than you think. And guess what I do? I walk people through building their social media platforms as well as building their websites. So if you are in a position where you need to conserve costs, which is very important in the early stages of being an entrepreneur, YouTube it. YouTube any and everything. I wrote down a few points I wanted to address that Frankie had gone over. First of all, gray hair, don't care. Earned all 9 million of them and can't wait until I am looking like Storm from the Marvel Comics, because, dear Lord, you will have gray hair. Drink your water and get some collagen in your system so you can avoid the wrinkles. But self-care is very important. Maintain something you do outside of your work, because as an entrepreneur, your work hours are when you get up to when you go to sleep. there's no set time on the clock. And there have been many times when I have literally forgotten to eat. And then going to the bathroom, it's like, okay, I know I need to do something. And your body will start to give you warnings as to when it's going to be shutting down. Thank you. Also, going to the job fairs in your area, they're all over the place. Apparently, there is a rush for talent that does more technical. There is a need for plumbers and welders and people on construction sites. So the manual labor jobs are flourishing. Management jobs, people in management will stay in those positions until they die, and then they will make certain their kids and their friends get those positions. True story, going through that right now. But your job fairs are active places for you to network. And there are also the Workforce Commission areas that will allow you the opportunity to network within that pool. As a veteran, I was talking to an agency here that works specifically with vets, and I had a resource for them they'd never heard of, because the standard is people will tell you to get a job. You need to be working. Get a job. Where are you working? Why aren't you working? Get a job, get a job, get a job. If you have marketable skills and you know how to start a business, the Small Business Administration is your go-to. Sure, continue to look for the traditional job, but if you know there's a boss in you, you got that boss spirit, that lion spirit, you need to start talking to people who can help you build a platform for your business. Small Business Administration is that for you. If you are a veteran, the Veterans Commission is for you. They also have a portion on their website universally that should have a link to opportunities for veterans where they can start their own business. There's an organization called Warrior Rising, which no one had heard of. Even the vet organizations I talked to, they'd never heard of it. I had never heard of it until I was Googling, I am a vet, please help. So those things pop up. If you are a subject matter expert on anything, start honing those skills. And when I say subject matter expert, for instance, when I had my business as a professional organizer, I was not booking clients. But since I had the expertise on how to start the business, what it took to get into the business, from, the type of pencils you need to the type of level you would need, how many people you need working with you on a project. Are you doing closets? Are you doing garages? Are you reorganizing an entire room? Do you understand feng shui? Which, yeah, I do. So what did I do? I started teaching a class. I became that subject matter expert, and I put behind me the verification and validation of teaching it. Therefore, I could move up a little bit more. It went horribly wrong when I brought it back to Texas. It did, because I was teaching for the now defunct Learning Annex, which was in San Francisco and Los Angeles. And even though I was building my brand, had customers, had more students, because people wanted to know how to go into the business. It has now changed. If you are going to be a professional organizer, you now need a certification. Everything now, regardless of your work ethic, or platform, if you are working for someone, you have to be certified, you have to have certain degrees. And it was amusing. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and someone said, isn't it amazing that you do not need any degrees, any certifications to be an entrepreneur, run your own business, but you need all of that to work for someone? How sad is that? So you can have your own business, be a multimillionaire with a high school diploma or a GED, but it starts to morph into something, especially when you sell your business to a bigger entity. So for those of you that are thinking about starting your own business, today is the day. Contact the Small Business Administration. They should walk you from concept through to delivery on the business you think you want to start. And if you don't know what you want to do, because I run into this all the time, especially when I was working at the college, people who'll say, I want to start a business, but I don't know what I should start that business on. What does everyone tell you you do best? That's your gift. That's it right there. That is probably your calling. And if you enjoy doing it, if you have some passion behind it, there you go. You just need to learn the business side of it and start your platform. As soon as you discover what you think you want to do, name it. Name it. And then go to your county office and get the doing business as license for that. If you are a veteran, those licenses are free. I've got 15 business names. You will also want to start brushing up on intellectual property. And if you have a concept of something that will be developed, you need to get your trademarks, copyright, or at the very least, an understanding of intellectual property. I am single. I do not have children. I don't have pets. I have lots of siblings and an ooh-wee pool of nieces and nephews. I am worth about negative 17 cents today, but God forbid something happens to me. I will be worth millions by the end of this year. How sad is that? That I myself cannot profit from all the wonderful things I've been told my whole life that I do, and I have a lot of intellectual property attached to me. So if I did not know the legal aspects of that, I would be leaving a debt to my family, and someone else would prosper from my hard work and would not count them in on it at all. So get an understanding of that. And I'm going to wind this down here because I want to go eat. Sorry, I'm hungry. You are, as Frankie mentioned earlier, you need to keep your mind right, keep yourself focused. Time management is incredibly important. Do not let people suck the life out of you or take up your time, because I'd rather get robbed than have somebody messing with my time, because I can go and get that stuff back. I can't get my time back from you. So if we are collaborating, we do it respectfully and in a timely manner. If you have meetings, show up on time, be very clear and specific. As an entrepreneur, you need to understand all the legal aspects of not just your business, but also of you as an entity, because you yourself can be a liability to someone depending on what you are promoting or what your business is. So learn the business of your business. Learn the business of you, which is self-care, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, and identify that thing and go get it. Don't keep waking up in the morning, clinging to your pillow, screaming to Jesus to help take it away, take the wheel and all that stuff, because you want to choke somebody out at the water cooler. All right? You truly have all that you need within you to build industries, and you can do it. I spoke with a gentleman not long ago who has an animation platform, and it's really cool what he was talking about, and I haven't seen it anywhere, and I'm connected to several animators on Instagram who last year were just doing something. This year, one is now working at Nickelodeon and has his own series. So take it out of your head. And please, here's one thing I want to leave you with. If you have a concept and understanding of something you want to do not hide your gifts and talents based on your fear of somebody stealing your idea. Because if that thing that has never been done popped into your head and you don't move on it, if you understand the parable of the gifts, you will get up off your butt and get it in motion and not hide that, okay? Get it out there, put your name on it, make certain that you are consistent in following up on it, Do the damn thing. All right. So, hey, it's Wednesday. Everyone have a great day. Thank you for bearing with me and Frankie and our level of insanity. But you know what? It's beautiful. It's beautiful love for everyone. And pass this on to your friends, especially the part about small business administration. Go ahead, get yours, and stop working for people you can't stand. Because you know. All right. You already know. Have a great Wednesday, everyone.